Today in Salt Lake City, we're covering everything from controversial laws affecting our students to financial strains on research and education. It's a tumultuous time in Utah. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark here in Salt Lake City. All right, let's dive in. First up, Utah trans students have been banned from dorms that align with their gender identity as Governor Cox signs HB 269. Governor Spencer Cox, Utah's Republican leader, has set a new course for transgender students in Utah. He recently signed Bill HB 269, which bans transgender students from living in dorms that match their gender identity. Now, students will either be assigned rooms based on their sex at birth or be placed in designated gender-neutral areas. Controversial, to say the least. This is the third such law in Utah, targeting transgender individuals over the last few years. In 2023, there was a ban on gender-affirming care for transgender youth. And last year, a bathroom bill came into effect, restricting public restroom use aligned with one's gender identity. The new dorm law is set to go into effect on June 1, 2025. This particular dormitory bill was partly drafted in response to conflicts that emerged at Utah State University, pushing lawmakers to address room assignments. However, it sparked an uproar. Groups like the ACLU of Utah are not happy, calling the bill discriminatory and a step backward for human rights. On the flip side, all Republican members of the State House backed the measure. It's worth noting that Governor Cox's political stance has shifted rightward over time, so this trend isn't entirely surprising. Still, it's quite the kettle of fish, you know? Well, that's one way to look at it. The law seems unnecessary and devoid of empathy for students trying to be comfortable in their college environment. Let's pivot to the next story. Next up, Trump administration's funding cuts threaten Utah's research progress at University of Utah. We've got quite the pickle here, folks. The University of Utah stands to lose a whopping $43.5 million in research funding thanks to proposed cuts by the Trump administration. This isn't just any funding. It's from the National Institutes of Health, money that fuels groundbreaking research. The cuts threaten to stall almost 600 ongoing projects, including key cancer treatment developments. It's a blow to a university that's not just a research titan locally, but also nationally, known for its pioneering work in various biomedical fields. Officials like University President Taylor Randall are understandably worried. They are preparing to fight these proposed cuts, framing it as an attack not just on education, but on scientific progress itself. These cuts are part of broader national policy shifts, as President Trump's administration attempts to hand the financial scalpel to various initiatives across educational and research domains. Not a pretty picture for innovation, right? In my opinion, slashing funds in this area undermines the very foundation of progress and discovery. Moving on. Next up, let's talk about a contentious meeting at the University of Utah over alleged misconduct of their provost, Mitzi Montoya. Things got heated during a recent academic senate meeting at the University of Utah. Faculty members leveled some serious allegations against Provost Montoya, accusing her of deceitful conduct. But when discussions got spicy, University President Taylor Randall stepped in, shutting them down faster than you can say due process. President Randall invoked Senate Bill 192, a legislative measure limiting what the faculty senate can discuss, particularly barring them from addressing personnel issues. Talk about a tight leash, huh? There's growing concern over how these discussions, or lack thereof, impact university governance and the actual rights of the faculty. Many are worried about what it means for academic freedom. It's a microcosm of larger governance issues playing out in Utah's educational landscape. Transparency and accountability should be a given in university administration. Bulking up on legislative restrictions is not the solution here. All right, next topic. Next up, Utah schools face attendance decline after ICE operation policy change. Salt Lake City schools are feeling the heat, with attendance rates dropping like flies. Why? The Trump administration reversed a long-standing policy that kept ICE out of schools. Now, immigration operations in schools are back on the menu. According to local officials like Senate President Stuart Adams, these ICE operations are focused on individuals with criminal records. Yet the fear has seeped into family lives and student experiences, causing absenteeism. There's a palpable tension in the air. Schools haven't typically tracked immigration status, but the anxiety over potential family detentions is rising. It turns the clock back on the system of sensitive areas, which was designed to keep educational spaces free from such worries. I critique this policy as it nastily undermines school safety and community trust. Let's keep this train moving. Last up for today, Like a Love Story, is the latest addition to Utah's growing list of banned books. In the land of the banned and the home of book sensitivity, Utah has added another title to its growing list. Like a Love Story by Abdi Nazemian is out of classrooms, deemed too sensitive under a recent state law for its handling of queer identity during the 1989 AIDS crisis. This marks the 16th book to be tossed from school shelves since a new review process took effect last year. And here's a fun fact: most of these books are written by women, often tackling themes of identity and diversity. What are we seeing here? Coincidence or pattern? The bans raise questions about censorship and the impact on educational environments. Are we stifling progressive exploration for students? Sure seems like it. In my humble opinion, the wave of censorship here is misguided, a disservice to intellectual growth. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Salt Lake City. Have a great day, and see you back here tomorrow for more news.